The Panchen of the sacred flower, 144,000 horsemen strong, where is the Buddha? There is more information and the calendar legend available at archangelicalendar.com. And as always, please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Preface. We have clearly started a powerful spiritual movement and it has no signs of slowing down whatsoever. We are extremely undermanned as a tech team, and since the internet is not as fast as it once was, we are getting tons of technological pushback. We will be working to the best of our abilities to keep everyone on task, and help in any way is always appreciated, even if it is just to share with your friends and family. Today's date on the Archangelic calendar is Infinity 063 Infinity Infinity 09A3 09A3 A3 Infinity Infinity E3 C3 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 Infinity Infinity B1 TT Infinity. The day is now 36 hours and starts and ends at 3 am or 3 pm in an alternating fashion. At the time of this post, the following 3 pm will start this new day. Gaia is very earth dominant as we join her in celebration of sacred plants, animals, and vegetation. The general stance that the legions take with any substance is that all plants, animals, and life are sacred in their natural form. Plus, if you bring something to our legion's attention, we have full view. If you do not, chances are our attention is elsewhere. Every drop of what is presented to you is because we were directed to do so. The multiverse is so vast that every being, regardless of consciousness, is very limited in the department of conscious focus. That does not include unconscious wisdom and innate knowledge, which is a microcosm of spirit and is not limited in that department but does lack in concentrated focus. We can verify if the soul of the Buddha is inside of the Dalai Lama or not. This was the subject of much debate inside the legions whether or not this was the case. This is mostly because he told us he was about to pass into the spirit world, and then never did. We found it very odd to ask for transport and then not use it, so naturally, Archangel Zophiel went to investigate. This is also very relevant because once you get to a certain level of consciousness, you cannot leave your body without making plans to do so. Originally, Buddha was born into the Tenzin Gyatso, but it was the goal of organized darkness to replace his soul. Which they have clearly done, as we know exactly where Buddha is located at the moment. Please note we can easily rectify this situation, and as this is well within our authority to do so. The beings behind the scenes are multi-layered, and at the tippy top is a mostly reptilian hybrid of the Draconians, who had their last 3 planets destroyed by their own darkness. We must point out that there are many rebel factions that are within the race, but they have all been exiled by their clan. The last and most relevant time this confrontation had taken place, the outer asteroid belt was created. Divinely, this was one of the places Archangel Raphael insisted I see during my second life-death walk. Bringing us back to modern relevance, the center point of spiritual energy has been the subject of a great deal of wars. We have rectified this by creating many spiritual center points on Earth, but this was not enough for some leaders and they would stop at nothing to be the sole owners of this spiritual power. This many efforts were futile as according to Archangel Zophiel, we have many millions of Christ-ed temples among us. This means that the mustard has grown wild and out of control, and cannot be stopped. The people of China are truly wonderful people, who are the first to tell you how corrupt things are around their neighborhood. We must assist them in their liberation and never lose sight of this compassion at any moment. Remember, before coronavirus, there was a massive protest against the Chinese governments forged by the people of China. That being said, it is no surprise that the leaders of China are the ones that they have formed the rock-solid alliance with the hybrid Draconians. This agreement came with the promise of an all-out attack on all things spiritual, which includes but is not limited to Falun Dafa, Tibetan Buddhism, Buddhism in general, dolphins, whales, pets, and animals in general as well. There was a plan was to replace natural spirituality with this artificial version, and it is the direct cause of many of the false visions the lightworkers have been getting over the years. I would like to digress and focus on the crimes against those who practice Falun Dafa. The Chinese government has been killing these people for doing an advanced method of Qigong without any reason whatsoever. Now they have expanded this agenda to all countries and to whomever practices these spiritual sciences. They feel they have the right to attack these people regardless of their citizenship and are now under tremendous fire from other governments for doing so. To be noted, the archangels have a version of Falun Gong, Dafa, as well, and it was modified because the original Falun Dafa energy has been hijacked so that when someone enters the sacred space, they are subject to many dark technological attacks. Distant microwave technology is the base of this technology, and a heave surge of metal-based metaphysical attacks will easily stop this, which we will implement in today's assignments. This brings us to the Panchen Lama, who was replaced by the Chinese government and is the person assigned to identify the Buddhas and Christed of the world, which are in the many millions. We do not recognize China's Panchen and have thus selected the Panchen of the sacred flower as the only valid Lama at the moment. We can say in all confidence that she is the best of the best that the multiverse has ever produced in the Panchen role. She is aware of who she is, and she has come to this conclusion on her own, so we are not breaking news to her, but we are complying with the law of disclosure nevertheless. It was originally agreed by the 45 at the 333 gate and it was seconded by 45 more at the 444 gate as well to solidify this truth. Archangel Zophi's direct intel on the subject. There are many who go to China and return with a very different outlook on life. There is a need for digital soldiers to focus their efforts on this information. Japan had reason to suspect foul play in Fukushima, although hard to prove. Not all earthquakes are natural. There will be more attempted engineered weather-based attacks, we will stop them. The outcome of all protests will be based upon the metaphysical efforts of the local lightworkers. There are more star races involved than should be allowed to be involved. Other briefings. The level of digested consciousness a being possesses is the key in its entirety to the kingdoms of the higher dimensions. The energy of excitement is within the hearts of all the legions and it is the dominant vibration of earth that is being felt by all. The Greys are now claiming the items that were returned to them are not the same items they gave to Epstein and his friends. They are asking for an amnesty in retribution. The Federation will vote on that subject shortly after consulting with local leaders. It is easier for our legions to take out fleets upon fleets of malevolent galactic forces than it is for most to tie their own shoes. If you do something against humanity's free will, it opens up doors to the archangels you would rather not see in a dark ally. This specific archangelic group is called the Demon Thwarters, and they are a group unlike any other. They are led by Archangel Azrael and his 144,000 horsemen. The Mantis have expressed great concern for the safety of the SpaceX satellites. The Mantis are medical experts and say that the alpha and beta rhythms of the mind will be greatly affected if certain adjustments are not made. I do agree that Mary is the most physically visible angelic of all time, but she is not projecting her face into the skyline like an advertisement for a futuristic tourist attraction. Many dogmatic doctrines are designed to discourage you from reading them. Read them anyway, form your own opinion. Organized darkness cannot comprehend how their plan did not work. They did tons of dark ceremony, yet no dark master has replied. This is because there is no metaphysical backing behind their agenda. Intense streams of energy are coming in, we must ride the waves and interpret the meanings. Lightworkers, you have been Clark Kenting for far too long. Let's cut that out, thanks in advance. Those who do, should do, those who do not, should let those who do, do. Today's tools. Today's tools will be active until the next post. We can no longer allow the metaphysical tools to be open-ended, yield wisely. Use the legend below to help you decipher how to best use the today's weapons. Passive equals no intention needed to use or arm. It will work on its own when you accept its presence. All you need to do is give permission and it will work on your behalf. Active equals intention needed to use. Aggressive equals will attack before anything has a chance to do any harm to you, beyond space and time. We have gone through great changes and thus the weapon-based tools indicated below can be inserted into the ground to call forth downloads. Active, passive and aggressive anywhere within the universe. The Violet Flame team is in the set of 9, yay. The Violet Flame team is as follows, and is in no particular order: Archangel Jermaine, Archangel Ansil, Archangel Briathos, Archangel Emmanuel, Archangel Uf, Archangel Raguel, Archangel Zadekil, Archangel Batkol, Archangel Agla, Archangel Gzrael, Archangel Galizur, Archangel Tatrasil, Archangel Orion, Archangel Harahil, Archangel Servil, Archangel Ashma, Archangel Sablo, and Archangel Azil. Active. Archangel Michael's legendary sword can handle anything, as it is completely omnipotent. No level of consciousness can be achieved that this couldn't slice through. It is also an amazing weapon against electronics and technology, as it can override any circuitry. Passive, active and aggressive. Archangel Isaac's radiant field looks a lot like Magneto's force field, and it reacts to any life form with either loving energy, or with transmutational blast of vast power. Passive and aggressive. Archangel Leo's Swords of Plenty is a passive and aggressive attack sword that has a complete will of its own. Do not try to yield at all, you will only get in the way. Equip and go. Passive and aggressive. Archangel Shepherd's Orb is a presence of divinity that allows anyone that you are engaged with a clear path to forgiveness or a direct audience with infinitely expanding creator source on the matter. This is a truly compassionate tool of divine orchestration. Active. Archangel Zagzagal's Staff of Heavenly Might rains large crystal masses upon a targeted area. Great for large targets, works on the physical and non-physical as well. Active. Archangel Zadekil's Staff of Justice is a tool that is best used on a macro level and can help move things along that are stagnant. It can also summon and maintain force fields for protection purposes. Passive. Archangel Astaroth's Timeline Hopper brings you to a higher timeline than you aimed for. No matter when or where we leap, it will always take you a road or two higher. This basically makes everything better across the board. Active. Kali Ma's Trident can handle anything, as it is completely omnipotent. Extremely effective onto life and on boulder. It is an amazing weapon against electronics and technology, as it can override any circuitry. This is a great tool for any assignment. Passive. Archangel Israel's Staff allows you to see things from a divine perspective. It's a symbol of wisdom, and equipping this has incredible effects on your thought perception and ability to cope with everyday life. Please note the next 3 tools are healing modalities and can be sent remotely to loved ones. Passive and aggressive short range. Archangel Kalaziel's Radiant Rays of Health wards off all diseases and illness. It can also aid in the recovery of diseases already inflicted. It can be sent to land masses as well as individual living beings. Passive and aggressive short and long range. Archangel Theliel's Radiant Compassion sends heartfelt love to all within your jurisdictions. This is the nurturing aspect of healing, and as in it has incredible warmth. It is best to yield this with a calm frame of mind. Active. Archangel Raphael's Healing Staff is an omnipotent healing force that works gradually or intensively depending on how you yield it. It is considered the best general healing instrument. Assignments. These assignments are valid any day, as we are beyond space and time, and it still remains a collaborative effort no matter when you administer them. Although to ensure accuracy, make sure you are using today's current weaponry. Especially, if you are seeing this 36 or more hours after this was originally posted, please use your intuition. 1. Keep the peace at your local protests. Make sure the energy is peaceful by envisioning a giant flower of life to the areas of the protests. There is an alternative technique, as you can envision a mandala in the area and spin it both ways until you get the desired energetic response, but this takes a bit more skill. 2. Engulf the earth with silver, gold, platinum, and diamond plasmas for a 72 count. This will hinder the microwave technology that we previously described. 3. We will not intervene in this conversation amongst nations, but we will take out the star race where the crimes of humanity are originating. We will say that if you ever attempt to attack our legion's leader again, we will not be so forgiving. It is only because we have faith in your opposition that we seized our original notion. This is not to mention that we do not know how many are actually original souls, so we must use compassion with the humans involved as we sort all this out in a timely manner. That being said, we are going to bring it. If the Lightworker Legion cannot arrive on time, it will be just like last time, one swift strike to end it all. If the many Lightworkers can follow, accuracy, diplomacy, and discernment can be kept. Not everyone will have the ability to get there, but please try anyway, as this is the highest possible timeline at the moment. This is not a matter of danger for our legions, but for the safety of those who oppose the legions. We like to be kind, but we need to be effective as well. The Lightworker Legion is more important to this world than anyone can comprehend at the moment, as we provide balance to our physical reality. Once you arrive at the designated location, locate the hybrid Draconians planet, use the violet flame to announce your arrival, and then go in with swords and shields. Their technology is useless when we are in astral form and we are truly omnipotent on their planet. You will see a miraculous turnaround on Earth after this assignment is complete. Follow the Little Dipper's outermost star on the basket side directly north, and find their home planet. Today's meditation is below, please enjoy.